Guys, final Death Star. This video is going to be kind of piggybacking off of my last video that I talked about Kevin Feige's signing on to be working inside the Star Wars universe. So, which could be a great thing. You know, I said in the last video, I think it has the potential to be a great thing. Has the potential. Depending on where he takes it. I don't know if he's going to, go the right route. But he has the potential to do great things with Star Wars. So, but here's another guy that I think, and I've said this before in videos, I think would be a great choice to, at some point, hopefully soon, take over for, I don't know, as a producer, or I think president of Lucasfilm would be a perfect job at some point down the line. But it's Dave Filoni. Dave Filoni was working hand in hand. It's Lucas's protege. He was taught the Lucas storytelling method, how to develop characters in the way Lucas did. He was his protege. He worked underneath him. He worked with him hand in hand on Clone Wars. He developed Rebels, which was also fantastic. Clone Wars was the superior of the two, but at the same time, Rebels, was for Disney XD, and they probably had certain restrictions that they couldn't do as much as they wanted to, like they did with Clone Wars, which they had a little more reign. But nevertheless, it was still great storytelling, especially past season 2 and on. Some great, fantastic stories in there. So if you haven't watched either of those, Clone Wars or Rebels, I don't know what the heck you're doing. Go watch them. Watch this video and then go watch them. All right, so I'm going to watch a little clip here. And this is one reason why I think that Filoni would be the perfect choice to be a top role at Lucasfilm. So here we go. Let's watch this and comment afterwards. I think it'll be pretty clear, but here we go.
But eventually I got a call from George, and he said, I've been really thinking about this, and we should take that scene out with the Sith Lords. And as disappointing as it was in a way, I guess, because it would have been cool to have those characters appear in Clone Wars, it was absolutely the right thing to do.
Let me just pause that briefly and kind of give you a little explanation here. So this is talking about the Ghosts of Mortis, the 3 trilogy Mortis episodes that deal with sort of this mysterious kind of planet object that Anakin, Ahsoka, and Obi-Wan find themselves on, and they meet these characters, the father, brother, and sister. And in this episode, they were trying to come up with an idea of who was going to kind of be leading the brother towards the dark side, or kind of influencing him. And we almost got Darth Revan and Darth Vane inside of canonized, outside the EU, canonized in the what I would still stay with the Disney canon. We almost got it. So they had developed the characters to the point of doing the animation for them. They didn't get all the way through. Or they shot the scenes, but they didn't finish the animations. And this is why they didn't. And so I just want to give you a little backstory so you kind of know what's going on.
We need to know that at least that idea was considered, that we went very far with it, and that in the end, after discussions, it was really George that said, no, this, I thought this would be good, but I wanted to do this, but it doesn't jive with my bigger explanation of the Force. And it gives you an insight to the detail to which he gets into these issues with the Force and these concepts of the bigger spiritual aspect of Star Wars. He's very involved in them. And to be honest, the writers and I feel very strongly when we're bringing these type of episodes to screen that George has to be more involved than normal, because we have to get this stuff right. Of everything we do, we have to get this stuff right, because this is the Force. This is the whole ball game.
Mind-blowing idea, right? Mind-blowing idea. Get it right, because it's the Force. Get it right. Listen to George. George needs to be a part of this, because we don't want to screw it up. We want to get it right. We have to get it right. See, that kind of mentality is what's missing right now from the Lucas, or from the Disney Star Wars. It doesn't have that have to get it right. kind of mentality. You know, they're so sort of like like Han said, that's not how the Force works. I don't think they get how the Force works. You know, this is just, it's these little things. I mean, they're not little things, but they're actually quite huge things. Like like having Lucas's input and getting it right. And you heard him talk about like Lucas's idea of the spirituality of the Force, and you know, he knew what he created it. He knew what it was, and that's something that we just don't really have right now. You know, it's I don't know how they're going to explain all Rey's powers in Episode 9, but you know, she's able to, all of a sudden she uses the Force mind control. She's able to lift the rocks, you know, or the huge boulders with very little training. She's able to kick Kylo's butt with a lightsaber the first time she holds a lightsaber and fights with it. You know, how is that possible? Where is this coming from? You know, maybe we'll get some explanation. But anyway, so I thought I'd share that because it's just that, like, that's the kind of mentality that someone in charge of Lucasfilm needs to have, and it's apparent through what he did with Clone Wars and what he did alone with Rebels that he got it. You know, he stayed true to the course, to George's style of storytelling. So I thought that was worth sharing. Dave Filoni. Dave Filoni for president of Lucasfilm. My endorsement. All right, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments down below about Dave Filoni. And like the video, share, subscribe, spread this. Let's start a hashtag Filoni for president. All right. Till next time. Lock the doors and hope they don't have blasters.